My name is Craig Scott, and I was a survivor of the Columbine High School shooting.
Okay, this is a couple of dozen more students that are running out of the school, and this is...
I was underneath a table, and the two shooters came into the library immediately shooting off their guns.
Double shots fired, Columbine High School. Use caution. 7 shots, code 33.
And they came over and they saw my friend Isaiah, who was one of the few black students at our school, and they shot and killed Isaiah. And I also lost my sister, Rachel Joy Scott. Rachel was 17 years old when she was killed. The next day after the shooting, I got a call from the Today Show. They told me that Isaiah's father was going to be on the show. That's why I went on the Today Show, because I wanted to be able to hug Isaiah's dad. Just because I spent the last few minutes with his son. Because I made it out, and I got home, and I got to see my mom. I got to see my dad that night. And Isaiah didn't. There was a moment during the interview where Michael Scholes reached out and grabbed my hand. He told me to, I think it was one of those moments that gave people hope, because here was two people that had lost loved ones and didn't know each other, but that were bonding. I loved her a lot.
How are your parents doing, Craig?
And I felt like Katie Couric genuinely was in the moment with us and cared. I could feel her genuineness.
I knew something wasn't right.
I think being on the Today Show really was the start of me beginning to share what I went through. And that has helped me to heal so much.
Godspeed.
To this day, it's one of the most moving things I've ever seen. Never forget it.
Yeah,
I really won't.
all those stories really, aren't they inspiring?
And that's just a handful
Yeah.
of what you've seen and the people you've touched over the years. And outside, I know we've got some of the people in that piece who are going to get a chance to talk to you personally and vice versa.
Look at them. They look great. Hi, everybody. You're probably thinking, what are we doing here?
Well, it's nice because on this day that we're trying to give you some gifts, you're going to give them a gift.
Yeah, I am. A little special tribute to them.
And we'll have that right after this.
Well, you're looking at the 6 people we just profiled before the commercial break. 6 people who have inspired me so much. Of course, we're talking about Trisha Miley, Oralee Brown, Jack and Patsy Clausine. We just went over that. And of course, Lauren Manning and Craig Scott. You know, this has been so special for me to get a chance to salute you all, because I can't tell you how moved I've been by each of your stories and by your courage and determination and strength and moxie and pluck and generosity and kindness. And as a result, I wanted to salute you and leave you all with a gift. It's one of my favorite songs. It's from the musical Wicked, and I really think it speaks to everyone about the things that you all have been through and the changes we all go through in life. And Idina Menzel, who's from the original cast of Wicked, will sing it with Trisha Yearwood. So it's a real treat. So, and I'm dedicating this song to all of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, Idina Menzel and Trisha Yearwood. We can come and listen.
Heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the woods. because I knew you. I have been changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind of the sea, like a sea dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
Trisha and Adina, thank you all so much. And thank you all. Thank you. Because I've been changed for the good because of you all. Thank you. And we'll be back with more right after this. So glad to have you. Me too. How are you doing? Yeah.
Still to come this morning, more music because you love music. We've got performances from Martina McBride and Tony Bennett. And also, on a serious note, real proof on the need to get screened for colon cancer. We'll talk to some very grateful survivors.
Okay, I can't wait. Are you having fun? I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
First, these messages.
This is the time to remember, 'cause it will not.
8 o'clock now on this Wednesday morning, 31st day of May 2006. Katie's last day here on Today. Special message coming to you from the home of the Cubs, Wrigley Field. That really is. And with a record of 20 and 31, they may use you for the next couple of months over there before you start on evening news. But that's a great honor and a nice tribute from the folks of Chicago.
Thank you so much.
And we have a lot of well-wishers out on Rockefeller Plaza this morning, all wanting to be a part of what is a very special morning for all of us here, in particular, Katie. T-shirts, signs. In the fist fight pretty
Party
soon.
boys.
Meanwhile, inside Studio 1A, I'm Matt Lauer along with Katie Couric and Al Roker with us as well. And we still have a lot planned this morning. But before things get a little crazy, and I think they will in a few minutes.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a big party.
You wanted to say a few words.
Well, I just want to quickly say, you know, I've been racking my brains, my small brains, trying to figure out how to sum up 15 years in just a minute or two. But the word I keep coming back to is gratitude. It was once said that feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. You know, I never dreamed I would see a rainbow over Victoria Falls, walk silently among the crosses above the beaches of Normandy, see the blue mountains of Australia, or get a tour of 10 Downing Street from Tony Blair. And that's just a small sampling of what I'm grateful for. And the people I've worked with. The Today Show staff scurries around every day like elves on Christmas Eve, and there are no small contributions to this show. They're not simply co-workers to all of us, they're lifelong friends. And I love them not just for what they do, all of you guys, but for the people they are. Now, I know I'll never have a partner like you again because I'll never be working with a partner again.
I ruined it for everyone.
But truly, you have just been an extraordinary colleague, a wonderful friend. You are fast and funny, and beneath this
well-dressed exterior lies a huge and loving heart, and I'm going to miss you so much. I know I'll never have this much fun and get paid for it ever again. And Al, you amaze me every day with your enthusiasm and your ability to connect with everyone outside, and your light-filled joie de vivre, which I think is only matched by your extraordinary depth, truly.
Thank you.
And Anne, I think your passion for what you do and your genuine concern for people and causes, all of that have inspired me so much. You know, I started 15 years ago with a producer named Jeff Zucker. By the way, whatever happened to that guy? Now, we have often talked, and Jeff and I both say that this is, in fact, the best job in all of television, and what a privilege it's been for me to hold this post for almost a third of my life. And I couldn't have done that without all my friends, you all, and the viewing audience who have been with me through the years. I started this run with Jeff, and I end it in the able hands of our executive producer, Jim Bell, and his entire team. And I know this program will be one I'm proud of long after I'm gone, and I'm starting to sound like a equalizer, as they say in Zoolander. But I leave this morning not with a heavy heart at all. I mean, sadness because of how much I'm going to miss you all, but with a very full heart filled with love and memories and, yes, gratitude. So thank you all so much.
Well said.
I wrote it at 11 o'clock last night.
I know Al and Ann are going to get a chance to say something in a while, but let me take a moment, if you will. You know, they call us co-anchors, and I hate it. I hate the term because we're partners, you know, and we have been partners over these last 10 years, 13 years in total, in every way possible. Not that way.
Yeah. Wait a second.
That would be a little weird.
Hey,
but suffice it to say that we have, on this job, seen the best and the worst of the world. We sat this close to each other on 9/11.
That's right now, was right there.
And we cried together, and we comforted each other, and hopefully comforted the viewers a little bit at the same time.
And we were shaking together.
Boy, were we. We have lived through some personal tragedies together, the death of Jay and Emily and my dad and relatives of Al and Ann and too many friends to even count, way too many. But we've also shared, you know, life's affirming moments, the birth of all of our children, I mean, and the joys that they have brought us. But the thing I'll remember most, Katie, and what I cherish most of all, and I want the people at home to know, is boy, have we laughed. We have laughed on the air and off the air every day, day in and day out. Sometimes I'm home on the weekends and I just burst out laughing because of something you've said or you've done during the show.
You need to get a hobby.
I know. But everything from giggles to belly laughs. And so aside from the fact that you are the perfect journalistic partner, and aside from the fact that at this stage we can complete each other's sentences, which is a little scary, I thank you for the laughs. Yeah. And, you know, people talk about chemistry with us. I never have been able to define it, but on your last day, I just want you to know that from my end, it comes from great love and respect, and I'm going to miss you.
Speaking of chemistry, kiss me, baby. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, hi. I need a moment.
I do too. So, Ann, can you give us a moment to give us the headlines?
I can give you a moment. Thanks so much. It was really sweet to hear all that, I will have to say, though. In the news, I've got to turn now, make that hard turn into tell you about the news. The Pentagon predicts a surge of violence in Iraq into next year. This morning, a bombing in Mosul killed at least 5 people. Attacks Tuesday killed at least 54 people and wounded more than 100. And the Pentagon has announced it is redeploying 1,500 Army troops from Kuwait to Iraq to help curb the insurgency. Indonesian officials say Saturday's earthquake has displaced nearly 650,000 people and left more than 200,000 homeless. The death toll has jumped to more than 5,800 people. President Bush will attend the public swearing-in ceremony today for CIA Director General Michael Hayden. He officially took the oath on Tuesday. A jury in Maryland has found John Allen Muhammad guilty of 6 more counts of murder in the 2002 sniper shootings in the Washington, D.C. area. A Virginia jury had already sentenced him to death. In Colorado, a missing boy has been found alive and well after 4 days in the wilderness. Rescue teams had been looking for 8-year-old Evan Thompson, who has attention deficit disorder, since he wandered off during a camping trip on Saturday. Doctors say he is in good condition today. And actress Elizabeth Taylor made a rare TV appearance last night to deny reports that she is gravely ill or is battling Alzheimer's disease. On CNN's Larry King Live, the 74-year-old Taylor acknowledged using a wheelchair for back problems, but described herself as happy and busy. It is now 8:04.